Hey, saw this thing my wife showed me. A mom helped her son hide a body, and the body was still found. And so mom had to go ahead and admit, after the body was found, and mom was like, I'm sorry, my son took a life. Now, this appears to be a Caucasian family. And the reason why I state that, just because biases and things that people have in their mind, talking about a story like this, somebody could just automatically put a race to it based on their own personal prejudice. But it's a Caucasian young man, and his girlfriend was at her house. I believe she's a Caucasian young lady as well. She was at her house with her family, and she left, and she was getting ready to, head back home, to head to school. And she had signed a letter of intent to play soccer at the school, and stopped by her boyfriend's house. And they got into a disagreement. And the young lady had shared some things with the young man and talking to him. The young man went in the house, got a knife, came back out, and proceeded to stab her in the chest. And then he left and drove to his mama's house, and went into his mama. His mama agreed to come out and clean up his car, clean up the blood. She got some disinfectant spray and started trying to clean up the blood, help him clean up the blood. Then they put her in her car. They drove separately to where they was going, and they parked and left her in her car dead, and went on by their business. The young lady phone was being tracked though. She was being tracked by her dad. And so when the dad saw she stopped at the boyfriend's house, then the dad saw where she parked her car at, and said he knew something was off, something was up. So they went and they found their daughter dead. And this is something that there's really no fancy or eloquent words for. This isn't something that you really can prepare for. This isn't something you really can predict. Like, this is the unfortunate part about relationships. It's the unfortunate part that love is a gamble. And I've been saying that for as long as I can remember. Love is a gamble. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's honestly why I started the Purpose Pushers community, and why I want everybody to join it, because the one thing that you will always have is your purpose. That's the one thing you'll always have. I cannot guarantee love for you. Can't guarantee you a husband. Can't guarantee you a wife. Can't guarantee you a happily ever after. But one thing I know you have is a purpose on this earth. And this young lady, now her purpose is now being served through me and everybody else who talk about it, because now parents will sit down with their child, their son and their daughter. The boy said a demon took over. Now, one thing that I've realized, I've seen some people that I feel like are demon possessed who haven't taken a life yet. It's some people I know that I feel like at times express demon possession and they haven't taken a life yet. So there may be signs. There may be. You can't guarantee that though. That can't be guaranteed. But there may be signs to where you have to take and look and pay close attention. So if you see somebody, they black out, they turn red, whatever, all that different stuff, see red, see blight, see all that different stuff that people be talking about. If you see that, cool little Tesla there, then you need to get distance. You need to get distance. You got to pull back. You got to look. You got to see, like, hold on now, what's going on here? Before I get too deep in, what's going on? Before I go too far. And then what you need to do, you need to take that action that they exhibited, and you need to talk about that to your board of directors. I was talking to we had a class in the Purpose Pushers community last night, and I was telling them a way that you could pick your board of directors. What I mean board of directors, I mean the people in your corner that you know, love, and trust. You need to have at least 3 board of directors. So for me, it might be my wife, my oldest son, my dad. That'll be 3. But then I have other board of directors, rotating members, advisory board. So sometimes I go to one of my homeboys, my mama, my friend, stuff like that. So you have you a board of directors. That's your board of influence. That's your circle of influence. That's the people that you take their opinion very serious, and you'll make decisions based off their opinion. You'll make changes in your life based off their opinion. That's a circle of influence. And then outside of that, now you can have your advisory board, where you take what they say into consideration, but you might not take it all away. Y'all forgive me, my wife made my iced coffee, so had to hit that right there. And I don't like to drink on the camera. So you got to realize that. And you take that behavior that was exhibited, and you talk to your board, and you say, hey, what you think about this? Do you think I ought to leave? You know, what's up now? You think I ought to leave? You think I need to just say we need a break? Like, do we need counseling? Do we need therapy, coaching? Like, we need to go sit with Pastor, go sit with Tony Gaskins or his dad and talk this thing through? Like, what you think we need now? And listen to what they say. And I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Yes, sometimes your friends and your family can be jealous of your relationship. If there's but you gotta know why would they be jealous? Are they single and miserable? If they single and miserable, then that's not the person you need to ask anyways. Ask somebody who's not miserable. Ask somebody who's married and happy, or dating and happy, or single and happy. That's the first thing you want to do. So now that minimizes the chances of you asking somebody who could be jealous. Then you got to ask, do they have a reason to be jealous? So let's say they single and happy, or they in a relationship and happy. They still could be jealous. But what would make them jealous? One thing to make them jealous is if your person you with is a millionaire, and y'all get to fly around the world. You get to fly private or first class. You in different countries. You know, they buying you all kind of jewelry, fancy stuff, nice stuff. So a person can be jealous of you because of the lifestyle that you have with this person. Now, if that's not the case, that's not in there, and you sense no jealousy. Now, one thing I'm gonna tell you, I'm never gonna be jealous of you, and I'm gonna be able to see the situation, assess the situation. So if you don't have nobody else to talk to, then go to mymentor.life. The link might be in the description. If not, book a session with me. If I have them available, I'm getting ready to close them. So if I have them available, then book a session. If they're not available on there, then you have to join the Purpose Pushers community. The link is in the description, because if they close when you see this, that means the only people who have access to one-on-one sessions are in the community. So, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. because you have to recognize, if there are signs, you have to recognize the signs early. I am going to venture to believe that this young lady, that this young man who killed this young lady showed signs before, because I don't think you go from cool, calm, and collected, amazing, sweet boyfriend to stabbing somebody in the chest and killing them. I don't believe you go from that to that. So I believe he showed signs, but she didn't know what the signs were. She didn't know how to recognize the signs. She's still a kid herself. She probably didn't tell her parents about some of the stuff he did or said, because she probably just thinking like, this is love, this is a relationship, like this is, you know, this dangerous love, like Beyonce singing about, you know, this whatever, this. And they see this type of stuff. They see these relationships on Netflix shows. They read about these relationships in books. So all of that plays into it. So I'm pretty sure that played into it, and that was part of the reason why. So she probably didn't recognize it. Now, if I mess around and go to this boy case, I'm gonna swing on him. Cause he grown now, but I'm gonna swing on you, boy. I'm gonna take that little charge. I'm gonna get my little battery charge, cause boy, you wrong for that. They even walking close to me, I'm stealing off on them. Hitting them right in the mouth. Man, you kill that woman. Little punk. And then me talking about a demon took over. All right, finna show you a demon. Listen, I do not like that right there. Man, I don't like that. Everybody go through stuff. We all been young and dumb, and we all done been spiritually at war and stuff like that. But to take somebody's whole life, man, listen. I don't think the government doing stuff the right way. Like, you take somebody's life maliciously like that, there wasn't no self-defense, none of that. We need to have a different type of torture for you. It need to be death by torture, and eye for eye, and take it back old school, man, because people just getting off too easy. And watch, this boy go to trial, he'll get 10 years, man. He'll be out before Carmelo Anthony. Watch. And that's just how they be. It be crazy. But I'm gonna tell you, and I think God ain't got no daughter. God knew. He already knew. He said, man, this man done had too many concussions. This man done been through too much. I'm not finna get behind no daughter, because he gonna be in prison for murder. Not finna get this man no daughter. Like my sister, I thank God she ain't my daughter. And because my dad is a lot more even-tempered than me. He a lot more cool than me. He a lot more emotionally intelligent than me. But if my sister was my daughter, I'd have been in prison. I don't know how my dad had stayed out of prison this long. But he literally had to come to a place where he detached himself. Because I'll never forget, it was a time where her boyfriend came over to the house doing something, her baby daddy. And my daddy had to confront him, had to walk up on him, had to pull up on him. And then later my daddy told him, like, he said, I had my knife in my hand. He was like, cause you know, the boy 6'5". He like, I ain't know, if we went to tussling and he went to get the best of me, I was gonna have to jug him. And had that boy not got in his car and walked away and like went away from my dad, and had he tried my daddy would have went to prison that day over his daughter. And me and my daddy, and then I fought the boy. I ain't had no weapon on me though, but I fought the boy. So me and my daddy had to come to a place where we was like, man, we can't be fooled up with this girl. She keep going back to this man. She keep dealing with these guys. Like, man, we got to let it go. And so we just decided to let it go. And I started preparing. I got life insurance on my sister. It's for her daughters as the beneficiaries. But I pay her $80 a month term life insurance, $500,000 policy, because of the toxic relationships. because all it takes is just one hit. It take one wrong hit to your temple and you dead. It take one little thing. And I had so many visions, so many times. I'm like, man, I don't think my sister gonna make it to be an old age, because her relationships would be so toxic. And it just be so toxic. And so that's what a lot of people don't realize. What I do, this because also the spiritual warfare. My first book really was written for my sister and my mom. Like, what I do, more so my sister, not really my mom, but just for women in my life that I love. And that book, my wife, she's a reader. She's very smart. She's very studious. My wife was able to wrap me around her finger because she read my book. She read my book and she took the game face value. Like, she read the book and she didn't think she knew more than the book. She took the book literally, and she used the game that I gave away. She used it against me. She used it on me. And that's how we still married to this day. And a lot of people don't understand that. That was my first book. What Daddy Never Told His Little Girl. But it's really, the rewrite of it is Mrs. Right. So it's really my book, Mrs. Right. And my wife, she lived the stuff that I teach to a T. So I've never seen my wife. If I get my wife on and I go through her watch history on TikTok, Instagram, she don't watch no relationship coaches. She don't watch no motivational speakers. My wife don't even read self-development books, because she lived with me. And so she hear it all. She done seen it all. And she take it. She take it and she implement it. Like, she's smart like that. She take it and she implement it. And that's why we still married today. That's why we work so well, because she took the game that I gave. But y'all will listen to me talk all day, every day, and still go and be stupid. And I don't say that in a derogatory way. I talk to women every day who say, Tony, I've been watching you for 5 years, 10 years, and they be flipped and tossed. They be twisted up like a pretzel. And I be like, how you watch me every day and then you going through this? This don't make no sense. And they all say the same thing. I thought I understood. I thought I had it. I thought I knew what it meant. I thought I was stronger. I thought I was smarter. I thought this, I thought that. You none of that when a dang-a-lang in your face. You're none of that. So you got to know your rules. You got to have your rules. And if one of your rules is no sex until marriage, there's no, a man have to take it from you. There should be nothing that make you open your legs unless he take it from you. And as soon as he take it from you, the next thing you do is 911. And he's going to prison. He going to prison. And if they let him off, you call me. And we'll take it from there. And that's what you have to realize and understand. Like, you got to start listening. You got to listen. And that's the thing that the Bible say about women. And my daddy will probably correct me on this in his Bible study. When the Bible say women forever seeking knowledge and never coming into the knowledge of truth. Y'all show up, y'all watch all the videos, y'all go to all the seminars, y'all do all the everything, and ankles still be behind your ears. Soon as you meet a man with a hard ding-a-ling, your ankles is in the air. You have got to grow. You have got to learn. You have got to start listening, or you're going to end up dead just like this young lady. You either going to end up dead or with a disease or carrying the child of a man that's leaving you. Saw a beautiful young lady online. She amazingly talented. And I have a management company. A lot of y'all don't know that. I manage artists and stuff like that. I just be like an advisor and just help them with their deals and stuff, because I did all that for myself and by myself. Got on the phone with her. So talented. Amazing future. Guess what? She pregnant by a deadbeat. Fell for a sweet nothings of a man. Opened her leg. Unprotected. Got pregnant. Got pregnant. The man told her, I don't want nothing to do with the child. Nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with the child. She say she gonna keep the child because she don't believe in termination. So she keeping the child. And now she going on. Now she on her second child from a second man. And neither of the fathers are active in the life. And it's all from being a hopeless romantic. It's all from wanting love, but not having standards and not having boundaries. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're going to have sex, at least require protection. And this is the thing. This is the problem with women. And y'all carry this into marriage. Sex cannot be spontaneous. And y'all want it to be spontaneous. You want sex to be so like perfect, for your mind to be in it, your body to be in it, for everything to be flowing. That's how you get pregnant. Sex has to be planned. It has to be on your calendar. If you get caught up to where, oh, I'm going to have sex when I'm turned on, when I feel like it. No, you got to make a decision. This is when I'm going to have sex. And I'm going to prepare my mind for it. And then I'm going to start kissing and rubbing and touching to get moist and to get ready. I'm not going to just let it just come out of nowhere and I ain't got no plan for it. I'm not planning for it. I'm not prepared for it. And the next thing you know, you got HIV. The next thing you know, you got genital warts, you got herpes, or you pregnant. And it's because you wanted spontaneity. No, it need to be a date on your calendar. On September 10th, I'm finna get this Negro some of this good pee. And it got to be a plan. So that you know that you ready. So that you know if you finna do it, he finna scrap up. Unless you ready to get pregnant or catch a disease. And you can't just be going through no flow, because the thing about it is, men, we are stupid. We are stupid. We will come all in you. Skeet all in you. We will catch herpes, genital warts, HIV. When the dang-a-lang get hard, the brain stop working. When the dang-a-lang get hard, the brain stop working. That is how these men sleeping with children. Because they get around a child and they dang-a-lang get hard and they ain't got no sense. And they nasty. They was touched as a child. They turned out. And that's how you find these men sleeping with 14-year-old girls, 15-year-old boys. That dang-a-lang got hard and they lost all common sense. Listen, when a man get a dang-a-lang hard, it ain't almost nothing he won't do. It's almost nothing he won't risk his life for. It's almost nothing he ain't willing to catch. And he will think about the consequences later. I remember being out there and doing what y'all doing, being unprotected. And I remember every time, probably like the last 5 women that I slept with, at the end of it, I would go into prayer and I would be like, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord. Please, Lord, do not let me have HIV, Lord. Please don't let me have HIV. And I'm changing my life, Lord. I'm changing my life. I will never sleep with another woman unprotected again. Lord, please don't let me have HIV or herpes or genital warts. And because I knew that I had to run the risk too many times. I knew that I had them played Russian roulette Too many times. I knew it. And so when people see what I do and men get mad with me, men call me a simp, men call me this, men call me that, they call me everything in the book. I do not care. Boy, I will punch you in your mouth, boy, about my purpose. That's why I started the Purpose Pusher community. I do not care what you think about me, because God spared me to not have no STD, to not have no kids outside of my wife. Having lived the life that I was living, I owe God everything. That's why I talk how I talk. That's why I do what I do. I'm telling you, because God spared me, and this is what I try to tell you. Your grace will not be my grace. You're going to catch a disease. You're going to have a child out of wedlock. You know why? Because my grace brought me here to you. When I was out there, this didn't exist. YouTube didn't exist. Nobody talked to me like this. People always say, well, Tony, you were grown. You making excuses for you being a fornicator and you doing this and you doing that. You making excuses. You was grown. And I'm like, listen here, dummy. My daddy never had a birds and bees talk with me. My mama never had a birds and bees talk with me. YouTube was not a thing. Life coaching was not a thing. Relationship coaches was not a thing. Talking about, yeah, but you still knew right from wrong. Yeah, you know right from wrong and still taking hard dang-a-lang. And you got me on YouTube hollering at you every day, and you still taking hard dang-a-lang or dipping off in some raw vagina. So what do that say? How you gonna judge me and what I did when you got everything I had and more and still being dumb? So guess what? You're not gonna be spared. You're going to catch a disease, or you're going to have a baby out of wedlock, and you're not going to be spared, because God done already sent you the warning. He done already sent you the warning. So after that, now it's payola. After that, now it's a price to pay. Now you got to pay the price because you did not want to listen. You wanted to open your legs and have unprotected sex or have sex. You want to ignore the red flags. You want to let this man or woman yell in your face, put hands on you, cuss you out, go through all this and that. So when you wake up dead, that's a figure of speech. People be like, how's he gonna wake up dead? It's a figure of speech. Damn it. When you wake up dead, that's why. You got what you was asking for. You got what you was begging for. Because the message already there. The lesson already there. I'm coming on here. I show up now about every single day sharing a lesson based on the stuff we seeing in our media and the stuff that's going on in the world. I use that and pull and extract the real lesson from it and share the lesson with you, so it ain't no excuse for you to be dumb. It ain't no excuse for you to get played. It ain't no excuse for you to go through nothing out here. So listen, go on, grab your spot in the Purpose Pushers community. You'll see it's the first link in the description. Might be the only link. Grab your spot. We have class every week. We have impromptu classes as well. Get on in there. 7 days free on me. See what it's about. Go to the recorded call. Go to the classroom. Click at the top. You'll see classroom. May have to swipe through. They got an app. Go to the classroom, listen to the recorded call so you can hear all about it. Here's some of the stuff I dropped in there. And all of the classes will be recorded and put in there. So, hey, keep your head up. Keep going. It's time to start living right, doing the right thing, getting your life right, and being better, so you don't have to learn the hard way. So you don't have to lose. You ain't got to lose to learn. learn so you don't lose. But hey, this Tony Gaston, God bless you. I'm coming up here to get a birthday card and stuff for Tate and friend. He about to go to a little birthday get together. So my wife sent me up here. But God bless you, and we'll talk soon.